We have 25 more seconds. I think I have everything lined up.
Until people join us from their breakout room. Let's just be clear, not 25 seconds.
Oh, yes. Otherwise, that was a very fast service. It was the fastest service I've ever led. Terrific.
Shabbat shalom, Rabbi.
Shabbat shalom, Chip. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Well, friends, we are glad to have you here. Don't take it personally. We are muting everybody. We are muting everybody so we can have no background noises and other kinds of things. But we're really glad that you are here to join us for Shabbat. We're glad to be able to be together. We're glad to be able to take a breath, find, I hope, a little comfort in community, a little inspiration. And I want to just say a thanks to some friends. Mark is our greeter, that you might see messages come from him. We have other folks that are going to be sharing information for our online prayer book. So to Neil, we thank you for posting our page numbers. And Holly and I are going to start our service. For all of you who are visiting from different parts of the country, ready to celebrate with the Goldman family, welcome. It's nice to have you here, truly. And I'm going to invite everyone just to take a breath. Just to take a breath. Another heavy and hectic week. Lots of things happening in our lives and in our world. And this is our time not to escape, but to refuel, to renew, to reconnect, to...
The left of the share.
Oh, we're going to keep everyone muted and still reconnect. And we're glad truly that you're here. Our first prayer, our opening prayer, is going to be up on your screen. It's not in our prayer books, and we will be sharing it with you in a moment.
We begin with Yai Lai Lai as we prepare to welcome in Shabbat. Yai Lai Lai Lai, Yai Lai 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 Lai, Yai Lai Lai Lai, Yai Lai Lai Lai, Yai Lai Lai Lai, Yai Lai 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 Lai, Yai Lai Lai Lai, Yai Lai Lai. Ve'asu li mikdash ve'shachanti betocham va'anachnu nevarech Yah me'ata ve'ad olam. Oh Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai.
So we are going to continue on page 120. Toby, Tessa, Finn, Jennifer, and Andy, they are going to begin our service celebrating Toby becoming a bar mitzvah. You folks are going to unmute yourself. And you can light the candles and bring light into our screens and into our lives whenever you're ready.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Beautiful. Thank you. For all of us, we're going to turn to page 123. Toby, lead us in our Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikron l'maseh v'reshit ki hu yom tehila l'mikra'ei kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu bacharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat.
Amen. L'chaim. Friend, all right, that's enough with the wine. We are glad you're leading us. We are glad that you're here with us. We know for all of us, from our homes to you, we know this isn't what you envisioned, but we are so grateful that you're leading, helping lead tonight and tomorrow, and Mazal Tov to you. And I'm going to share some more with you at the end of our service. All right, friends, let us all turn forward. We are going to continue on page 138 and 139, Lecha Dodi, the prayer of our mystics, encouraging us to really, truly wake up, be prepared, experience Shabbat, find a sense of renewal and a new beginning with a new week. 138, 139, we continue with the first 5 stanzas. After the 5th one, we jump to the very last one, the 9th one, and that's when we celebrate being joined by the Sabbath bride.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad yishmi'anu el hameyuchad Adonai echad Shmo echad. L'shem u'tiferet v'litila Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha ki mekot ha'beracha סוף מעשה ומחשבה תחילה, לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת מקבלה, לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת מקבלה, מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה ומצעי, מתוך ההפכה רב שבט בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייך חמה, לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת מקבלה, לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת מקבלה, יללללי לך דודי, יללללי לקראת קהלה, יללללי פני שבת, פני שבת נקבל, יללללי לך דודי, יללללי לקראת קהלה, יללללי פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. התנערי מעפר כלים, אישי בגדי תפארתך עמים, על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי, קרבה אל נפשי ועלה, ילללי, ילללי לך דודי, ילללי לקראת קהלה, ילללי פני שבת, פני שבת נקבל, ילללי לך דודי, ילללי לקראת קהלה, ילללי פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך ומאורי, אורי אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך ניגע, ילללי, ילללי לך דודי, ילללי לקראת קהלה, ילללי פני שבת, פני שבת נקבל, ילללי לך דודי, ילללי לקראת קהלה, ילללי פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובשורה, תוך אמונך עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה, ילללי, ילללי לך דודי, ילללי לקראת קהלה, ילללי פני שבת, פני שבת נקבל, ילללי לך דודי, ילללי לקראת קהלה, ילללי פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה.
Let's turn the page 142 and welcome the angels into our midst.
This melody for Shalom Aleichem, for welcoming these angels, asking us, as Debbie Friedman said, to be the angels as well, was the last melody composed by Debbie Friedman before her untimely death 10 years ago this month. And so this melody recalls her and asks us to really do that work of being angels. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Bochem l'shalom, Malchei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu l'shalom, Malchei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malchei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Let us all turn forward, page 144, with Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitgadal ve'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah Ba'alma divrach hirutei V'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon uvyomechon Uvchayetecho Beit Yisrael Ba'agala Ba'agala Uvizman kariv ve'imeru Amen. Yesh meraba mevarach le'alam ul'al me'omaya yitbarach yitbarach ve'ishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'ale v'yit'ala shemei dekudesha b'riachu le'elamin kol berchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran b'ama ve'imeru. Amen.
We turn the page, move into Baruch Hu, 146.
Yalai, yalai, yalai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, yai, lai, lai, lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai, HaMevarach Havorach, Baruch Adonai Havorach, Leolam Vaed, Leolam, 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 Vaed, Yadalai, 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 Yadalai. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Baruch Shem Kavod, Shem Kavod Malchuto, Leolam, Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kavod, Shem Kavod Malchuto, Leolam, Leolam Vaed. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. You shall love God with all of your heart, with soul and with all of your might. You shall teach your children to grow, to love and to know what is right.
We are moving to Mi Chamocha in the prayer book. You will find it on page 158. We're also going to be sharing some slides because for this Torah portion, it is not just the Torah portion of Beshalach, that in it has the Song of the Sea, Az Yashir, the song where Moses and Miriam are going to be singing these songs, bringing everybody together, dancing this incredible ancient Israelite version of Ahora, because they got through the sea and they made it to the other side. Mi Chamocha Ba'elim Adonai is part of the text of this middle section that we'll look at later for Shirat Hayam, for the Song of the Sea. But it's not just that Mi Chamocha is a part of it. This is the moment in the Torah's reading and in our service, whenever we are able to join together, where we think of redemption, of prayers, of getting to the other side, of whatever kind of in Egypt holds us captive. This is our prayer, not just of freedom. It's our prayer for redemption. So we hope you'll join along with a melody that might be familiar. And then also, since we learned a little bit about Debbie Friedman, and not only about her yahrzeit, but really that she changed Jewish prayer for North American Jews for years. So we're going to share a little celebration of the text as well as of Debbie's gifts to all of us.
Mi chamocha bainim Adonai, mi kamocha netor bakodesh, nor atilot osei vele. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam was a weaver of unique variety. The tapestry she wove was one which sang our history. With every strand and every thread she crafted her delight. A woman touched with spirit, she dances toward the light. And the women dancing with their timbrels follow Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam was a weaver of unique variety. The tapestry she wove was one which sang our history. With every strand and every thread she crafted her delight. A woman touched with spirit, she dances toward the light. And the women dancing with their timbrels follow Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam the prophet took her timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her just as she had planned. And Miriam raised her voice in song, she sang with praise and might. We've just lived through a miracle, we're going to dance tonight. And the women dancing with their timbrels follow Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. Danced the whole night long.
Let's continue. We move into page 160, Hashkivenu, our prayer at nighttime, asking God to bring us comfort, asking God to spread a Sukkot Shalom, that sukkah of peace over all of us.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, Hamidenu shomreinu lechaim, lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim, lechaim. Ufos aleinu sukkot shlomecha, v'tatnenu be'etzot tova milfanecha, v'hoshinu leman shemecha. Amen. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom Vehamidenu shomreinu L'chaim L'chaim Ufos aleinu Sukkot shlomecha V'tagnenu be'etzot tova milfanecha V'hoshienu leman shemecha Aha, 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 aha. Amen. Amen.
Let's turn the page. We move into the tefillah together, 164.
Adonai sefatai tiftach uvi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah. Ha'el hagadol, hagibor v'hanara, El Elyon, gomel chasadim tovim, v'konei hakol, v'zocher chastei avot v'imahot, u'mevi geula livnei v'neihem, leman shemo b'ahava, melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye ha'kol atarav lehoshia, Mashiva ruach u'marita Hashem, Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechaye ha'kol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim v'rofei cholim, Umatir asurim, umekayim emunato, lishenei afar, michamocha ba'gevurot, umito meloch, melech memit, umechaya, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata l'hachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ugdoshim b'chol yom, yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
We invite you to turn again back into our prayer books, page 173. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Shalom Rav. Our prayer for peace, 178.
Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך אדום לכל השלום. כי אתה הוא מלך אדום לכל השלום. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
We take some time for our own private prayer, our own silent meditations. If you're following along in a Siddur at home, you can look on 179 through 181. And you can reflect upon any reading you choose, or you can take some time just for some silence and some reflection.
עושה שלום במרומיו, עושה שלום במרומיו. הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה שלום. הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה שלום. הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. עושה שלום במרומיו, עושה שלום במרומיו. הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה שלום. הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה שלום. הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one the one who makes peace bring peace down.
And after our prayers for peace, we turn our thoughts and prayers to those who are in need of healing, healing of body, healing of soul, healing of emotions. We hope for all who are in the midst of struggle of any kind, physical health, emotional health. We join you in a prayer to bring healing, wholeness, strength, and love to all those that we're thinking of. In our chat, I put in a link for you to follow if you would like to look and explore the names of people who've been asking for these prayers. And if you would like to share a name, you already see in the chat, our community adds in names. We join you, all of those who are sharing these names, we will join you in your prayer for healing and for wholeness. 371 in the middle of the page.
Mishaverach avoteinu Mekor ha'bracha le'imotenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaverach imotenu Mekor ha'bracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And let us say Amen.
And sometimes we share other blessings when there's something to celebrate, a moment of joy. Andrew, you got to put on your screen, my friend. There you are. Wonderful. I would like to share a little message with everybody. Because our friend, whose name is Andrew Frank Martin, has just this week gone through something extraordinary, and he is now a citizen of the United States of America. So there you are. Sometimes we share blessings with newborn babies, sometimes with couples about to get married, sometimes we have people who become citizens from the other holy land of Australia. And so we want to say to you, our friend, that this is an extraordinary time. We hope for you in your life. Our chat has lots of messages of Mazel Tov. We want to share a blessing with you and your bride, of course, who is right there next to you with all of those American flags. You know, there was I think it was a year and a half ago, in a naturalization ceremony for new United States citizens. It was hosted by President George Bush, the former president, of course. And in this moment with these new citizens, President Bush said that immigration is both a blessing and a strength. And if you wonder for any of us, what does it mean for a blessing and a strength? I think it's a blessing because you, Andrew, among so many others, came to this country with gifts to give. You share your blessings and you make blessings happen. And that happens because of your enthusiasm and your love, your exuberance, your heart. And it happens also with strength. He said that immigration is both a blessing and a strength. So how is it a strength? I think it's because your strength is shared. Your strength is a presence here with your beloved family. And when you share strength, it makes other people strong. It builds strength. And God knows we all need strength. I often make jokes, not just about him calling me mate all the time, but I make jokes because in the ancient Israelites had these folks that were always helping. They helped with the ark, they helped with the tabernacle, the ancient portable temple. They had these helpers and they were called Levites. I think Andrew Frank Martin, and for our guests that are here, he manages our facility. But I think Andrew is truly one of those ancient Levites who finds holy work in taking care of not the facility, but of the tabernacle and the ark and our Torah scrolls. And those who come into it, Andrew celebrates not just his citizenship, not just his exuberance, but he celebrates the service to the people and the Jewish people in a very powerful way. So my friend, my mate, I think that you are one of our modern day Levites. So we share a little appreciation, a little love with you, and we acknowledge the celebration of citizenship. We wish you a mazel tov, and we say, God of holiness, we hear your message, justice, justice shall you pursue. God of freedom, we hear your charge, proclaim liberty throughout the land. Inspire us through your teachings and commandments to love and uphold our precious democracy. Let every citizen, especially you, Andrew, new citizens who have just taken this oath, take responsibility for the rights and freedoms we all cherish. Let each of us be an advocate for justice, an activist for liberty, a defender of dignity, and let us champion the values and make our nation a haven for the persecuted, a beacon of hope among the nations. We pray for courage and conscience as we aim to support our community's highest values and aspirations, the hard-won rights that define us as a people, the responsibilities that they entail. We pray for all who serve our country with selfless devotion in peace and in war, from fields of battle to clinics and classrooms, from government to the grassroots, all those whose noble deeds and sacrifice benefit our nation and our world. So we're grateful for the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness that our founders ascribed to you, our Creator. We pray for their wisdom and moral strength. May new citizens stand tall and firmly within our community and join us as guardians of these rights for ourselves and for the sake of all people. Now and forever, we say Amen. Wish Andrew a mazel tov. If you want to go to your reactions button and give a thumbs up or a little wave, you can do that too. Let him see your screens. Look at these hearts and clapping and hands and thumbs. This is fantastic. Good for you. Mazel, mazel. We're glad that you're here with us. So it's a wonderful time to think about this idea of citizenship, of beshalach, this idea of redemption. Remember, these ancient Israelites were going through a journey, and they were just about to be free from Egyptian slavery. And in the text that I'm going to show you is this song of getting to the other side. But before they go, before they actually leave the shore, Moses is going to tell them some words. And these words have been very powerful to them. The words are up on your screen. It says, Adonai Yilachem Lachem, Adonai Yilachem Lachem, V'atem, I did the English wrong, I'm so sorry. V'atem Tacharishun. And it says, the Eternal will go into battle for you. You hold your peace. What does it mean to hold your peace? It means to stay silent. But this idea of God going into battle for us, that's a profound idea for those ancient Israelites who never experienced freedom. What could it have meant for someone to go and fight for them? It must have felt like so foreign. But Moses is telling everybody, hey, don't worry, we're going to get out of Egypt and God's going to be on your side and is going to fight for you. For us moderns, sometimes we have a hard time thinking of God as a fighter, God as a warrior. And if we go back to our slides, we see that here in the text on the right side of the screen with the big long piece, that's the Song of the Sea. That's what it looks like, the Song of Redemption. And in this part that I circled and I blew it up next to it, it's a little bit bigger, it says, Adonai ish milchama, that God is a man of war. It's a very anthropomorphic setting, image of God. God is a warrior. Well, those Israelites needed a warrior, but I'm going to suggest to you that it's not our only way of seeing, because you see this on the screen. The very first thing I said to you, Adonai Yilachem Lachem, that God is going to go into battle for you. Well, if you look at the word Yilachem, you might see another word, the last three letters in the Hebrew that might be familiar. Yilachem, you see a lamed, a chet, and a mem. That's the word for bread. Now, God's not going to go into battle with bread. That's not what I'm saying. God's not going to start swinging chalot and throwing challah breads at everybody, because challah is too precious to God, and God needs to make French toast the next day. But let's put the playful piece aside. God goes into battle, and the word for he will battle is the same word for making bread. This God who battles is the one who makes bread, who gives bread to all the people, says one of our Hasidic commentaries. Can you imagine that? The God who goes into battle is also the one who gives bread to all the people. I love that interpretation just from looking at the letters. And if we go to the second part of the text, where it says, Adonai Yilachem Lachem, then it says, V'atem, and you, Tacharishun, hold your peace. Hold your peace means to be silent. Now remember, this happens before they go into the sea, that God's going to go into battle and everybody be quiet and just have some trust. But our teachers aren't satisfied with that. They look at that last word, Tacharishun, you should stay silent, and they see the same root letters in the book of Job. And in that context, the word is to plow. The same root of staying silent is the root letters in Hebrew, where it says choshe at the bottom, for plowing. What could it mean if we put all of this together? The Eternal will battle for you and you should hold your peace was our translation in the beginning, but now we can say, God will give you bread, but you do the plowing. God will give you bread. Now you do the plowing. How could that make sense? I think God gives gifts. Remember we said immigration, those who move to this country bring blessings and strength. I think that has always been our story, that we get to bring blessings the way God has brought blessings. What are the blessings? God has given us incredible materials. in order to make bread, but it doesn't come just on its own. We have to do the farming. We have to do the milling. We have to do the baking. We have to deliver it to alfalfas. We have to get it from farm to table. There's a partnership that happens here. It's not just that we need to remember to trust God, but we have to remember to trust that God's giving us the resources. We get to go through the mud once the sea is split. We are the ones that have to pull and push everything in order to get to the other side. We have been given the seeds to bring amazing birth and growth out into the world. And I think that's why we're brought out of Egypt. It's not just to be free, but so that we can plant something incredible. We can plant seeds with ethics, democracy, justice, compassion, empathy. What is it that you get to plant and that can make our world more whole? I'm going to invite you to turn to the chat. I would love to know, what seeds can you plant? God's going to give the bread, all of the necessary resources. All of the necessary resources. What can it be? What are you going to plant seeds of? And how can they benefit our world? Let's take a minute and think about that. Because I don't believe that we're just here to receive. Think back to the Dead Sea, the sea that's filled with salt, kind of going from the Jordan River all the way to the south of Israel. We call it the Dead Sea because it only takes. It never gives. It just receives. It just takes. And so it's a sea that's like dead. But that's not what this text is telling us. God will give you the bread. You do the plowing. What seeds can you plant, my friends? And may they come to be part of our journey, because the sea is splitting all the time for us. We have a chance to do something great on the other side. Aleinu L'Shabeach is on page 586 at the bottom of the page in your prayer book. 586 at the bottom of the page. We are going to do the first and the last paragraphs. So it's going to be 586, and then you can turn, you can see the ending at 591.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Zichronam Livracha. May their memories be a blessing. If you are observing a yahrzeit or in a period of mourning, we invite you again, as we invited you to before, share the name of the one whom you are remembering into our chat. If you prefer just to share it out loud, even while you're muted, we hope you'll do so. And if you want to say something about the one that you're missing, the one that you're remembering, you want to say who that person is, who they are to you, a memory, a reflection, a legacy, all of which we encourage. Right now, we're going to turn to the list of names from our community. Shloshim is the first 30 days after somebody who has died, that we are remembering Stu Byron, the uncle of Shelley Carpel and Sharon Diamond, Bob Korngold, the father of Rabbi Jamie Korngold, Ron Hoffman, the uncle of Flory Muller, and one of our friends and congregants, Judy Steuben. Those yard sites that we recall for the week that has just passed, we remember Ethel Klutznick, Hai Soifer, Milton Hassan, David Palkowitz, Wayne Wright, Warren Sparks, Emmons Payne, Jay Davis, Moshe Gabriel Calderon, Sadie Rubenstein Gordon, Meshulam Rickless, Esther Rosenbaum, Marvin Yavitz, Beatrice Young, David Nemirovsky, Sydney Eckstein, Rebecca Zalewski, Rosalind Briner, May Nebedrick, Irving Levinsky, Irving Levy, Noah Rosenblum, Ruth Richmond, Joseph Simon, Esther Decker, Eugene Seidner, David Rose, Helene Novell, Florence Gesundheit, Belle Rosenstiel, Gussie Levine, Marianne Barry. Kaddish is on page 598. May their memories be for a blessing. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chaeichon u'v'yomechon u'v'chaei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kari v'meru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivarach le'olam u'l'mei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei t'kudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata ta'miran be'alma v'meru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mrumav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'meru. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, comfort to the bereaved here and everywhere. Let's all say Amen. So I'd like to share a quick word to Toby. I see you. Hi there, Toby. Good to see you again. Let me stand next to you. Fantastic. We want to say to you a Mazal Tov. We know that we've delivered a Torah to your house recently, I believe, from our Levite Andrew. And along with that, I think you might have been reconnected to a yad that you've seen once before. So now that you have this yad, a gift from the synagogue, you have it in order to lead and read tomorrow morning. We are excited and we are happy and we're proud of you. And I want to say to our friends here, we have a wonderful message tomorrow morning from Toby. He is going to be not just leading us well, but teaching us well. And one of the things from tonight and tomorrow morning that I know that's connected to this Torah and to your Torah is the idea of redemption. And redemption comes when people step forward and do their part. No more and no less. And we hope that in this Torah portion of Beshalach, it reminds you and those who love you how to step forward, how to help take those seeds that have been given to us, the bread that has been given to us, so to speak, and start plowing all over for the people that follow. We're excited to see how that plays out with you in your Jewish community and certainly within your family. We wish all of you a Mazel Tov. So good Shabbos.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. All right, friends, a closing prayer. a closing prayer with Holly. And we want to also just to encourage everybody. We're looking for just the last little bit of volunteers for help with our renewed Purim celebration. That information is in the chat. We are sending letters to all of our congregants, and we're asking other congregants to just write notes, share a picture, send a little warmth within this message. So instead of all of those bags of goodies, we're making contributions in your honor, in our congregants' honor, to Bridge House and to EFA, helping some of the more vulnerable in our community. But we would love for you we need a few more volunteers just to send notes from person to person, and hope that you continue to check all of those emails for lots of ways to build connections and sustain our community, even through a time of being physically distant, but we're not spiritually or emotionally or socially distant. So lots of things are coming your way. And thanks to Neil for sharing our prayer book, and Jules for sharing the pages, and Mark for reaching out to some friends as our greeter. And let's have a closing prayer.
And just to tag on, don't forget to tune in and be part of the Purim service and spiel on Thursday night, February 25th, because it's going to be fun. So we conclude on page 648. 648. Shir Chadash, we sing unto God a new song. The Song of the Sea teaches us that song and celebration should be part of every day. Shiru l'Adonai kol ha'aretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Shiru l'Adonai kol ha'aretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. Oh, sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol ha'aretz. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash.
We wish you a Shabbat Shalom. You can wish each other a Shabbat Shalom, a Mazel Tov to Andrew, and a Mazel Tov to the Goldman family and your friends and family. And stay well. Be safe, everybody.
Shabbat
Mazel
shalom.
tov, Andrew. Mazel tov, Andrew.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom, Andrew.
Shabbat shalom.
See you.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom to everyone else.
Congratulations, Andrew.
Oh, thank you. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Mazel tov, Andrew, and Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Mazel tov, everyone.
Mazel tov, Andrew.
Mazel tov, Goldmans.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave.
Steph, great. Where's Steph?
Shabbat shalom.
Mom.
Shabbat shalom, Holly.
That's groovy.
Jennifer, I think.
Hi, Asher.
Rabbi and Holly.
Everybody does the same thing.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. Thank you.
Shabbat shalom.
That was funny. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Oh, where'd Daisy go? She left.
Good.
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. Well, everybody, take care of yourselves. Be well, and a good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
See you in the morning.
That's right. In the morning.
Can't wait.